video creators.
Yeah.
Let's try that again.
Hey, guys!
All right, Niamh here with
Rainbow, Bridget,
and
Seamus.
it's Rainbow, Bridget, and Seamus. All right. So, are you guys ready for card number 2?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I have to say.
So, hold on. So, we are going to do what's called a never-ending card. You guys know how to do that, right? We've made lots of these.
I don't remember.
You don't remember, so that you'll learn how to do it again. Okay, so what I have here are cards from a stack pack, and they are 12 Days of Christmas themed. All right, so we have 12 Days of Christmas themed scrapbook paper, and they have colors on the other side too. And so Rhiannon picked the theme from the last time, because they got to pick
Twas the
Night Before Christmas, right. They got to pick Twas the Night Before Christmas for the last card, and Rhiannon picked 12 Days of Christmas for this card. So Rhiannon, you get to pick one of these. We only are using one of these, okay? So you can have the blue one, the gold one, the red one, or the green one. Which one do you want?
I like the red.
You like the red one. Okay. Bridget can pick the other one. Okay, so Rhiannon picked the red and cream colored one that has a red backing. And then Bridget picked the green and white snowflake one with a kind of a creamy white backing. All right, so the first thing we have to do is, first, these are completely square. They are square pieces of paper. They're a 6 by 6. So the next thing we have to do, we have to cut these in half. Okay? You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Seamus, would you like to do this part?
Yes.
Come over here. Oh, you got to be very careful with this. I'm going to show you on this one. So I'm going to have it go this way. So you want to line, this is a 6 by 6 piece of paper. So where am I going to cut? I'm cutting it in half. So at what inch mark am I going to put this at?
The 3.
The 3. So here's the 3 right here. So hold on. So I gotta line this up here. I gotta keep this flat here. It can't be like this, right? Because then it's not gonna cut straight. We gotta make this flat with the bottom, and then scoot this over so it's right there. And then you hold this side, hold this side, hold this side, and now slice down. Okay, good job. You actually did that. All right, and then we're doing one more. You gotta push that back up. Can you put it under there?
Yeah.
Line it up at the 3. Right there. Make sure it's flat on the bottom. Okay, now slice.
I can hold it, yeah.
Okay. Good job. Way to go, Seamus. Master cutter. All right, so the next thing we need to do is score it.
Wait, I sit here now.
So,
I'll do this.
everyone is going to score one of these. Seamus, you might as well go first since you're right here. Okay. So, well, I'll go first to show you how to do it. All right, so we put this all the way up here in the corner. And we don't want to do it at the half mark. We want to do it at the quarter mark. So this is 6 inches. Half of that is 3. What's half of 3, Seamus?
1.5.
1.5. So we go 1.5. Now we hold it still and we push down a little bit. We don't want to push down so hard that it cuts through. We just want to go like that. That's scoring it. And then to make it easy, we can turn it this way and do 1.5. And then score down like that. Okay?
Okay.
So that's how you do that. Now, Seamus, you gotta make sure this is tight up in there.
Yep.
And no, it goes this way. See how I was holding it? There. I put my finger up here.
Like this?
I guess so. All right, and turn it this way. All right, and now what you can do here, fold along that and then press, 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 fold the other way, press, 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 fold this way, press, 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 fold the other way, press, press, press. All right, so Rhiannon, your turn is up next. Good job. Good job, Bridget. One more time. There we go. Now we'll turn it this way. Do 1.5. Now, so the next part is we're kind of doing a short little crease right here, down to, not all the way down, down to just where the other crease was, at 1.5. Since, do you guys want me to do that part on yours, or do you want to do it?
I want to do it.
Okay. Yeah. So what we're doing right here, we've already creased at 1.5 inches, which is basically just a quarter of the piece of paper. So a quarter in on both sides, creasing it there. Now I'm going to crease from the halfway point from here down to the crease line. And this is more of a marker instead of something that will be bending a lot. Okay, so right here, 1.5, down, there, that's good. We just want the mark there so that we can see it. Okay. Right there. Good. Seamus, your turn. So the next thing we need to do, I need to take that from Bridget. All right.
Wait.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting this like this. And then this will go on top right here and right. Is this connected? Hold on.
I had 5 golden eggs.
Trying to figure out where this was connected. Nope. Where was this connected? Like this, I think. Yeah. We're having one of them like this, and then perpendicular, we're gonna go like this. Okay, but we don't want to glue it straight down, otherwise it won't work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we need to do, we need to put glue just in the corners of where the upper corners. That's why we put the crease in there, that crease along, which is harder to see here, but I mean like right here. I'm not sure if the camera can really see it, but there's a crease right in here in the middle. So we just want to do the upper corners, okay? All right, so I'm lining it up exactly at the corner right here. Right like that. And I'm lining this side up exactly at the corner. Like that. And then we're lining these up exactly in the corners. And you can use the crease lines to help you help guide you.
Once you've done that, we're basically done.
Yep, we're basically done. But now what we need to do, Rhiannon, do you want to open it for the first time? All right, now press down and really push down in the, right here. To really get those down. And there's some stickies still, just because we didn't fully go
In the square.
Mm-hmm. And now, Seamus, do you want to do the next one? The next movement? Now, what you need to do is press. Yep. All right. So, you see that some of these, we've really creased the paper so much that it's white. we'll probably use some marker or something to cover over that, okay?
Okay.
Now, Bridget, you want to open it the last time here?
Yeah.
Come here.
I know he has sticky hands.
All right, be careful. Open it this way. Yep, now the other way. Now press down. All right.
And then you open it up.
And I'm going to do the last one like that. All right. So we have just made a never-ending card. Yeah, that's okay, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to stamp that onto this, and then I'm going to cut this in half and glue it right there. Pretty cool, huh?
But then, oh yeah, you cut it in half so it could open.
I cut it in half so that it'll open. So, to show you how to do that, I'm going to put the 12 Days of Christmas right here. I've smashed this down. Now, what's the next thing I got to do? Put the ink on, right? All right, so there it is. So then, hold on, I gotta make sure that this is 3 inches. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna cut this in half. So I've stamped the 12 Days of Christmas on this piece of paper, and I've cut it down so that it's 3 inches across. This piece of paper happens to be about 2 inches in width, so I want to cut that in half. So where would I cut it at, Seamus?
1 inch.
1 inch. That's that math, hard at work. All right. So, does it look like I've ruined this, Rhiannon?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I haven't. You know why? Because that's gonna go here and here,
And then
so that when it's together like this, it says the 12 Days of Christmas. You like that?
And you can still fold it.
And I can still fold it. So before I glue this down, I want to ink up the edges just so it looks nice around the edges. So I'm gonna grab a different color ink because I don't want that dark ink. This one's good. All right. So I'm gonna ink up the edges except for the part right here because that's the part where it's connecting to the other one. Seamus, you wanna help me with this part?
Yeah. And I'll help you with the next.
Yeah. So here we are. Now, the next thing we want to do is put some stamping down the side. Now, we want to emboss, okay? Do you guys know what embossing means? So before we do that, I actually want to have Rhiannon grab a red marker real quick so that we can mark these edges.
May I mark the edges, please?
Well, Rhiannon's going to help me with this part, okay? Come here, Rhiannon.
Well, would
We're just covering these edges right here where the white got there. Now I am going to get some embossing powder out. That's what we need to emboss. This is my embossing ink pad. Bridget, can you go get me a scrap piece of paper? I want Bridget to get it for me. Just a piece of paper from in there. It doesn't matter the color or anything like that. Seamus, can you go get me the gold embossing powder from over there? All right, so we've got the ones that we're going to emboss right here, right? So we want to use this long one because it's going to go down in here, right? So I'm going to ink that up with embossing ink, and basically this is just an adhesive ink. It's an adhesive ink that goes on here so that the powder will stick to it when we put it on there. Okay? So we got one side here, and I'm even going over the lines a little bit. There we go. There's one side. And now I'm going to ink it up again to do the other side. So now that we've inked up all these areas, now I'm going to put the gold embossing powder, and I'm very generous with this, just like dumping it on here.
what today?
You see that? So now what I need to do, yeah, I know, is just tap it like that. Just
going to
tap it down, try to get all of it off. Put that so that it goes in the middle. And then we put it back in here. Now, I still have some left on. We'll still lose some of it, but it's okay. Now, if we wanted to be real fussy, we could go through and like, there's like little brushes that you could put on here to get all the loose stuff off. I'm not really gonna worry about that. We're just gonna heat this on here. We're just gonna heat this on here, okay?
Okay.
So now that we've got our embossing ink on here with the embossing powder, now we need to heat that powder on here, okay? So you cannot put your hands underneath this because it's really hot, okay?
Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna use something else to hold this paper still so that I can do that. Now watch. Rhiannon, look, watch. You see how it's changing?
It's color changing.
It's melting is what's going on. It's melting into the wax. Into the embossing. It's melting into the embossing powder we have on there. So, now we've got that. The middle one got really blurry because we didn't clean that off very well, but that's okay. That's okay. So we're pretty much done with these. I might put something in the front here just to show that this is the beginning, but it's pretty much done. So what we need to do now is clean the stamps, okay? Do you want to show off the cards real quick? So this was the card we made before, the first card we made, right? This one's for Grandpa's, the grandparents in Kansas, right? Mm-hmm. And we got pictures of you guys here. And basically this pulls down. I'm being careful because we got some private information written on this card, but we got Seamus, Rhiannon, and Bridget. And then right here is just a note for our family on the sparkly red, right? You like that?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Do nothing. Ton.
Yep, so we got that one.
Yep.
And then we got this one, which is to our family in Oregon. So it opens up, 12 Days of Christmas. This is the to and from, where we're gonna write our stuff there. And you guys can write something around here, like I love you, okay? Or you can write your names right here. And then the next section is here, where we have the 12 Days of Christmas hymn. And then at the end. All right, so now we gotta clean up the stamps. So we got a lot of stamps here we gotta clean up. And cleaning up stamps is really, really easy. Problem is Mom often doesn't do it because I'm lazy, but it is really, really easy to do. So I'm just gonna line a lot of these up on here so that they've got a surface that you can clean. Like that. All right, we got those ones, this one, and this one. All right, so everyone gets a baby wipe, okay?
Yay!
And I'm just using regular unscented baby wipes. So basically all we've got to do, and you can do that one, you just rub them. You just rub all the stuff off like that. All right, and I'll do this one too. Good job, you guys.